Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing really well this morning. I want to welcome you to this morning's episode of The Dialogue. I am Patricia, your host for this morning, and it is my prayer that you are feeling encouraged, that you are ready and motivated to move forward to expedite your destiny, that you are ready to fulfill your optimal purpose, that you are ready to understand, which is one of my favorite quotes by Mark Twain, which states, there are two great days in which you were born. And it says, the greatest one is when you find out why. The greatest day is when you find out why. And I paraphrase that because it does go different. But at the same instance, when you find out why you were born, it actually gives your life more purpose, and you have a reason, and you feel like you have more motivation to get up because you know you have something to do, something to execute, and someone is depending on you to execute what it is that you need to. So I want to welcome you to the dialogue, and I want you to just sit back and relax and take this as an opportunity to understand that someone is thinking about you, someone is concerned about you in your life, as well as the decisions that you are making that not only impact you, but impact other people. And so without going too deep into that, because I definitely can feel that, well, actually, let's go ahead and talk about that for a second, and then I'll go ahead and get into this episode's content. We as people have to understand that when we have a purpose, our purpose is to be fulfilled, because it not only gives us fulfillment, but it also goes and impacts other people. So if there's an organization or a company or food or an invention or something that you're supposed to create, make, or do, what you don't do is lacking in the earth at that time that that person may need it. However, God will always bring another person to do it. So it's never without being done. It just can take more time. So make sure that you're up, you're ready, and you're motivated to do what it is that you were called to do. Okay? So I had to do a little segue. So let's get back onto our main topic. Today I want to talk about turnaround. I want to talk about the word turnaround, and how turnarounds can sometimes look in your life, and how sometimes they can take place without you even knowing it. So the other day I was coming to work, and you guys know by now that I'm up at 4 a.m. to do a drop off by 5 a.m. to get to work by 6 a.m. And so yesterday I was on my way and I was driving, and I just so happened to notice this sign on the road. It had a specific place, and then it said the word detour on it. So I flew past it. I mean, the highway that I was on, it was going about maybe 45 or 50. So I flew past it, but then when I noticed it, I said, okay, I need to see that for sure, because to me, it served as a sign of confirmation to something I was previously thinking and that God was dealing with me about. So I said, let me go back. So I backed up, and sure enough, that's exactly what it said. It said the word detour. And so oftentimes in our lives, we are in situations and circumstances around people, and we need a detour. We need a detour because the detour sometimes takes you to where you're meant to be, push you around the people that you're meant to be around, push you in the environment that you need to be in order to produce and or execute, or just become the person that you ultimately are meant to become. So sometimes you're going along with your life, everything, you have your vision plan, you have everything mapped out. But today I want to tell you to leave room for the detours. Because even though it seems as though it's inconvenient at the time, the detour can ultimately lead you to your turnaround. I'll go deeper and give you a couple more examples for content. Say, for instance, you're a business owner, and you've been working with this specific business owner or partner from the origination of your business. It seemed like it was a good partnering. You guys have been doing okay, but you notice that you want to take your company to the next level. You need something that's next level, on a cutting edge, something that the people can't do without. And so you decide, okay, I'm going to detour. I'm going to back away from this business partner relationship because I need someone with newer insight, fresher ideas, fresh revelation, or whatever may have you. So you decide to detour. Okay, so a detour is when you're going one direction and then suddenly you decide to go another direction, or another direction has been carved out for you. And so what happens is you split from that person. And then as you're on your detour, you come into the company of another person, which ultimately serves as a turnaround for your company. So that means you meet someone else, and now they have new, fresh ideas, exactly what you wanted. And that's how turnarounds happen. Now you and this person are working together, your business is flourishing, you're getting more ideas than you ever had. They're having you look at things differently, different perspective, different way of handling the company, and less stress is on you and you're happy as well. Let's take it a step deeper when it comes to relationships, intimate relationships, and connections. So I have seen this a lot, and this is probably why I want to touch on it now, because I've seen it so many times. When it comes to a woman that is about to be married or in a relationship, you will see that she is around a lot of friends, around a lot of women. They talk all the time. They go places all the time. And it seems like it's okay. It seems as though it's fine. And then it comes a point where she is dating someone or seeing someone, and they want to spend more time together. And so she takes a detour from her friends and goes a different route and ends up with the man that she's supposed to be with. They get married and her whole life turns around. Not only does she have the friend that she wants, she has the workout partner that she wants that helps her stay motivated to have her goals. She has someone that she can do business with, because when you're in a household, that's what it is. It's business. It's transactions of, can you do this and can you do that? Can you execute this and can you execute that? Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you take care of the children? Business is simply a product that is created to serve a need that generates income or finances. And so in a household, I just feel like that's more so productivity and stability. Same concept, just producing something different. Let's give another example of the detour turnaround example, and then I'll let you go to enjoy your day. You have lived in a specific location for a very long time, and you started out networking and meeting people and going places. However, you realize that you're not actually accepted in that place. And so, God has been dealing with you. You haven't told anybody, but God is dealing with you about making some abrupt changes. And so you decide to try something or somewhere else. You were going one direction. Maybe you were in that place. Maybe you were stagnant. You were stuck. You were in one direction, and then you took a detour and went a different way. And now you have more peace. Your health is better. I want people to understand that what I'm saying is that sometimes the detours in our lives happen because the place that we are in is not helping us to move, progress, enhance, develop. You're stagnant. You're stuck. And when God sees that, He will come in oftentimes without your permission, because as I stated, the turnaround actually seems extremely inconvenient. and he will maneuver things and fashion things, so ultimately it will produce another version of yourself. The detour always serves as a purpose. The detour always serves as a purpose as well as a turnaround to increase you, but also to expand you. Because sometimes it comes and it happens when you least expect it. So, this morning, I wanted to just get on very briefly. For some reason, last night while I was laying around, it wasn't that I couldn't sleep, but for some reason, if you know the gospel artist Fred Hammond, it just says, late in the midnight hour, God is going to turn it around. It's going to work in your favor. That song just kept replaying and replaying and replaying. And I was like, well, okay, well, what is turning around for me to work in my favor? But I'm going to tell you, if it's turning around to work in your favor, you have to be willing to go the direction that it's pushing you. You have to be willing to go the direction, even if it doesn't seem like it's going to work out, because he says he's going to turn it around, and then he confirms it will work in your favor. So the turnaround, sometimes it turns you around. You feel confused. You feel like this doesn't make any sense. You feel like this is not how this is supposed to be going or how this originally started out. Nevertheless, if you stay with it, nevertheless, if you trust God, if you have faith, unwavering faith that God knows what he's doing and he knows why he's doing what he's doing, it will be executed beautifully. You'll have the favor that you need, the blessing, and the peace. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. You can definitely follow. The podcast is also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and Google. These are 4 platforms that the podcast is available. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on Facebook as Patricia Tomlinson, on Instagram as _Patricia Tomlinson. In my Instagram, or on my Instagram profile, it's actually a link tree where you can purchase the books to come if you are interested in having a fun adventure with a little bit of twists and turns, a couple turnarounds. You can purchase that through Amazon as well. So I also have journals available that are on Amazon that are available for you to write out content about yourself or just journal your daily activities. It's actually a women's prayer journal that is available on Amazon. So those are just a couple products that are available for you to further you on your journey of fulfillment for your authentic identity and purpose, which will ultimately lead you to your destiny. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll be back with more content soon. Don't forget to share this, and I will be back soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.